Hey guys, welcome back to Hope 7 Minutes Talk. Today is the 20th, so we are reading chapter 20 of Jesus' Love Story. Let's begin. Thank you for that applause. I know, Lord, it's not good. Anyway, chapter 20. Jesus' authority questioned. Now it happened on one of those days he was taught the people in the temple and preached the gospel that the chief priests and scribes together with elders confronted him, and he spoke to them, saying, "Tell us why the authority you are doing these things, or who is he to give you this authority?" But he answered and said to them, "I will also ask you one more thing, and ask me, the baptism of John, was it from heaven or from men?" And they reasoned among themselves, saying, "If we say from heaven, do not believe him. But if we say from men, all the people stood us, for they are persuaded that John was a prophet." So they answered that they did not know where it was from. And Jesus said to them, "Neither will I tell you by what authority do I do these things." The parable of the wicked wine dressers. Then he began to tell the people of this parable. A certain man planted a vineyard. Is it vineyard or vineyard? Leased to vine dressers and went to the far country for a long time. Now, at vintage time, he sent a servant to the vineyards that they might give him some of the fruit of the vineyard. But the vineyards beat him and sent him away empty-handed. Again, he sent another servant, and they beat him also, treated him shamefully, and sent him away empty-handed as well. And again, he sent a third, and they wounded him also and cast him out. Then the owner of the vineyard said, "What shall I do? I send my beloved son. Probably they will respect him when they see him." But when the vine dressers saw him, they reasoned among themselves, saying, "This is their... Oh, this is the higher? I don't know. Come, let us kill him, that the inheritance may be ours." So they cast him out of the vineyard and killed him. Therefore, what will the owner of the vineyard do to them? He will come and destroy those vineyards and give the vineyards to others. And they then heard that and said, "Certainly not." He looked at them and said, "What then is this meant that is written? The stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. Whoever falls on the cornerstone will be broken, but not on whomever it falls, it will grind them into powder." And the chief priests and the scribes that very hour sought to lay hands on him, but they feared the people, for they knew that he had spoken his parable against them. The Pharisees is lawful to pay taxes to Caesar. So they watched him and sent spies to pretend to be righteous, that they might seize on to his words in order to deliver him to the power of the authority of the governor. And they asked him, saying to the teacher, "We know that you say and teach righteously or rightly, and you do not show personal favoritism, but teach the way of God's truly. Is it lawful for us to pay attention to the taxes and tax to Caesar or not?" But he perceived their craftiness and said to them, "Why do you test me? Show me a denarius. Whose image and inscription does it have?" They answered and said, "Caesar's." And he said to them, "Render therefore to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's." But they could not catch him in his words, and they in the presence of the people, and they marveled at his answer and kept silent. The Sadducees, what about resurrection? Then some of the Sadducees, I don't know what the word is, who denied that is a resurrection, came to him and asked him, saying, Teacher, Moses wrote to us that if a man's brother dies having a wife and he dies without children, his brother should take his wife and raise up offspring for his brother. Now there were 7 brothers, and the first took a wife and died without children. The second took her as wife and he died childless. Then the third took her, and in like manner the 7 also, and they left no children and died. The last of all the women died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife does she become? For all 7 had her as a wife. Wow. Alrighty then. And Jesus answered and said to them, the sons of this age marry and are given in marriage, but those who are counted worthy to attain that age in the resurrection from the dead neither marry nor are given marriage, nor can they die any more. For they are equal to the angels and are sons of God, being sons of the resurrection. Now, even Moses showed in the burning bush passage that the dead were raised when he called the Lord the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob. For he was not the God, but the dead about the living, but all for him to live. Whew, that is a tongue twister. Then some of the scribes answered and said, Teacher, you have spoken well. But after that, they dared not question him anymore. Jesus, how can David call his descendants Lord? And he said to them, how can they say that the Christ is David's son? Now David himself said in the book of Psalms, the Lord said to my Lord, sit in my right hand till I make your enemies your footstool. David therefore calls him Lord. How is he then his son? Beware of the scribes. Then in the hearing of all the people, he said to his disciples, beware of the scribes who desire and walk in the long robes, love greetings in the marketplaces, the best seats in the synagogues, the best places as at the feast, who devour widows' houses, and for pretense make long prayers. These will receive greater condemnation. Well, that's chapter 20. And yep, the book does not get any easier to read. I'm trying though. We're almost done. But that's chapter 20. Thanks for tuning in to Hope 70 Let's Talk. And I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, 3 p.m. YouTube, Spotify, and iHeartRadio